Hello everyone, and welcome back to Mishnah Minutes. In this video we will be learning Mishnayos Berachos, Perek Beis, Mishnah Zayin. Once again, this video is dedicated as a schus for my sister-in-law, Miriam Liba Bas Devaira. She should have a refuah shalema b'mehera. The Rebbeinu Shalom should grant her arichas yamim v'shanim in happiness and good health. In this Mishnah, the Mishnah is again going to show us another story where Rabbi Gamliel seems to act against a ruling of his. The Mishnah says, "Ukishemeis Tevi Avdoi." When Tevi, who was Rabbi Gamliel's Eved Kanani, passed, Kibul Alav Tanchumen. He accepted Nichum Avelim for his Eved Kanani. The Mefarshim say, we know that when we make a kavura, when we bury somebody, so right after the burial we make what's called a shura. Nowadays what we do is, the people who are there by the burial form two rows, and the oval walks between the rows, and everybody looks at the oval, and they are menachem oval. They look at him and they say, "Hamakom Menachem eschem mitoch shar avei Tzion v'Yerushalayim." The Mefarshim over here say that in the times of the Mishnah, they would do it somewhat differently. The oval would go to one spot, and he would sit, and then the other people would walk by him, and they would say, "Hamakim Menachem eschem mitoch shar avei Tzion v'Yerushalayim," and that was called the shura. So the shura is an act of nichum avelim. So when Tevi, who was Rabbi Gamliel's Eved Kanani, died, after the kavura, Rabbi Gamliel went and he took his place as an oval, and the people walked by and they were menachem oval. Amru Loi Talmidav, Rabbi Gamliel's students said to him, "Loi lemadetanu Rabbeinu, did you not teach us, our Rebbe, she'ein mekablen tanchumen al ha'avadim, that we do not accept nichum avelim for an Eved Kanani?" And it would seem that there's more than one reason for this. If you take a look at the Gemara in Berachos, the implication of the Gemara is that the reason we don't take Nicham Avelim for an Eved Kanani is because Avadim Kananim were generally not the finest people in the world. And therefore, it was not roi, it was not proper that a person should be so attached to his Eved Kanani that he should require Nicham Avelim. And indeed, if we look at the Meiri, that's the way the Meiri learns this Mishnah. The Meiri says, you're not makabel tanchumin on an Eved Kanani. A person is not supposed to be in mourning for the loss of an Eved Kanani that he should require nicham avelim. Taisvis in Berachos seems to say that the reason we don't do nicham avelim for an Eved Kanani is because a mistake could come out if we're menachem oval somebody for an Eved Kanani. And that is, we know that the child of a woman who's a shivcha kananis, a female slave, is also a slave. So, what's going to happen if we're mekabel nichum avelim on a shivcha kananis? People are going to look, they're going to see that we have a levaya, we make a hesped, and then we go ahead and make a shura by the burial for this woman, and they're going to think that this woman was not a shivcha kananis. They're going to think she was a regular kosher yidna, a regular kosher Jewish lady. And then they're going to consider her children to be full-fledged Jews who are allowed to marry a regular Jewish man. That's not the case by Shivcha Kananis. A Shivcha Kananis is not allowed to marry a Jewish man. So a halachic mistake could actually come out if we're going to make Nicham Avelim for a Shivcha Kananis. So since we don't want to make Nicham Avelim for a Shivcha Kananis, we also don't make Nicham Avelim for an Eved Kanani. But in any case, Rabbi Gamliel had taught that we do not do Nicham Avelim, we're not Makabel Tanchumen for an Eved Kanani. And yet, when his Eved Tevi died, he was Makabel Tanchumen for Tevi. So now, Rabbi Gamliel explains. The Mishnah continues, Amar Lahem, Rabbi Gamliel said to his students, Ein Tevi Avdi Kishar Kol HaAvadim. My Eved Tevi is not like other Avadim Kananim. Kosher Haya. He was a kosher person. Not only was he a kosher person in that he acted very morally, we know from other places in the Gemara that Avadim Kananim were generally considered to be immoral. But Tevi was kosher. He was a very moral person. Not only that, if we look in the Gemara in Yuma and Daf Pei Zayin, we find the Gemara says that Tevi was worthy of having smicha. In other places, we find that the Gemara says that Tevi was a Talmid Chacham. He was a great Talmid Chacham. So we find Tevi was a Talmid Chacham. He was such a Talmid Chacham. He was worthy of smicha. He was worthy of being ordained as a rabbi. So, in Rabbi Gamliel said, Tevi Avdi, he was so chashiv, Tevi my Eved, that he was worthy that I should be Makabel Tanchumen on his loss. Thank you for joining me for the learning of this Mishnah. I hope you will come back and continue to join me for the learning of many, many more Mishnayos to come. Be well.